That's a nice bike, man.
Yeah, this is the replacement from last year.
What happened?
I had a car hit me.
Oh, man. Luckily, you're okay.
Yeah, I was in the hospital like 2 months.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, because my head, I used to not wear a helmet. My head went right into the car.
Oh, my gosh.
I bought this because they told out the other one.
Wow. Well, I'm happy you had the balls to get back out and ride.
Yeah.
And I'm happy you're safe.
Yeah, it's like, the wife knew. She's like, yeah, you're going to get another bike.
That's awesome, man.
The only thing she has, she's like, just wear a helmet.
Yeah. There you go. Well, safe riding out there.
You too. Have fun.
Absolutely. Yo, what's up guys? It's Iron J Moto here, and today is a beautiful day for a ride. The sky is blue and the sun is out, and we are riding through these back roads of, northern Illinois. And today I'm actually riding with my dad, and he's on his 96 Dyna lowrider, and I'm kicking back on my Iron 883. I figured I could take the opportunity with this vlog to talk about why I chose the Iron 883. I chose this bike because, one, I already knew I wanted a Harley Davidson motorcycle, and that's, growing up with my dad and being on the back of that exact bike that he's riding, just kind of knew that a Harley Davidson was something I wanted. With that being said, there's tons of beginner bikes that are a little bit more approachable in the price, but for a Harley Davidson, this was a perfect, great entry-level bike. Price point wise is why it attracted me so much to it, especially that I bought mine used. It was a 2017, and it was something that I could afford at the place of where I am in my life right now. And I also did a lot of research on, Sportsters in general, and I knew that there's a big culture behind it of so many different things you could do to customize, the Sportsters. I mean, they literally can be anything you want them to be, which is amazing. And also for me, I knew that I didn't want a bike that was going to be too powerful. One, being fairly inexperienced and being a beginner in riding. And I knew I just wanted something that was going to be perfect to just kind of whip around town and maybe grow on. But I might be biased, but I really love the way this bike looks, and I think after some time and being able to put the parts that I want to put on it, I think I'll be able to turn it into a bike that I'm going to love forever. Do I see me wanting to upgrade my bike right now? Like, of course. Like, I've only been riding for about 3-4 months, and of course, if I had the money, I would get a Softail Lowrider S. I would love that. I mean, but for about 17K, I'm just not there right now in my life. But eventually in the future, I would love to grow into a bigger bike for sure. And I'm already calling that by riding for only 3 or 4 months. But with that being said, this is still a bike that I love getting on every time I get on it. And every time I get off of it, I cannot help myself but look at it. It is truly an amazing looking bike. And not only that, it also sounds amazing. I did learn how to ride I did my class at Harley Davidson, and they taught us how to ride on the Street 500s. And, coming off of that bike and then jumping on an 883, to me felt night and day because of the way it sounds. And I know the reason why I wanted to get a Harley Davidson was because I really wanted that, American muscle sound. Especially, again, just being a beginner, I was able to get that without, breaking my wallet to get a Harley Davidson. A lot of people think that Harley Davidsons are expensive, and of course, they can range anywhere from, honestly, from like $5,000 all the way up to like 40, 50, 60K. But they're definitely approachable. It just depends on what you want out of your ride. And for me, what I wanted out of my ride is I knew that I just kind of wanted to go from home to work, a couple joy rides around town. I knew I wasn't really necessarily going to be putting on distance, like trying to go for big, long hauls or traveling with my bike. But as I'm growing in the community and getting more experience on two wheels, I do see me wanting to do stuff like that. It sounds like so much fun to have a bike that can put on miles with comfort. Obviously, putting in an hour ride on my bike, having these Biltwell Keystone handlebars, I could, my back starts to feel it a little bit. It's a little bit uncomfortable after a bit of time, but it still is such a fun bike to ride around. I would definitely recommend this bike for people that are wanting to get into it and don't have a bunch of money to spend and you want to get a Harley. If you don't want to get a Harley, every single motorcycle company does have a cruiser line of motorcycles. Another great entry-level bike that I've looked into and that I still want to try just because it looks like fun and I sat on it and it was lightweight was the Honda Rebel. That was a cool bike to just sit on at the motorcycle show when it was in town, and it was just really lightweight and it seemed like it'd be really fun to ride around. But there's so many things that I want to do with this bike that it's never ending. That with the Sportster line, there's so many things you can do with it, and that's why I think it's a fun bike. It's versatile. I'm a small guy. I'm about like 5'6", and I weigh about 125 pounds. So even just handling bigger Harleys, I wasn't there yet experience-wise, but I did sit on a few of them at the International Motorcycle Show, and I was able to throw a leg over some of the bigger bikes just for fun. So I'm definitely looking forward to this year, doing a few test rides or getting on a few different types of bikes, because I've only currently rode the Sportster or the 883, and it's just an all-around fun bike. So it's definitely a bike that I super recommend. I've had so much fun in my short period of time of riding a motorcycle that as much as I know that once I get money and want to level up out of the 883, I think I want to keep it forever, and I hope I do. It just looks awesome. Like, to me, I love the look of this bike. It's a light, nimble bike. It's super fun, and speaking from someone who's literally been riding for such a short time, I've learned so much on this bike and gotten so much experience in such a short time. I've only changed the handlebars, put new hand grips on it, done a few cosmetic things, but as far as performance goes, after I save up a little bit of money and come summer, I know I'm gonna definitely want to do the whole air filter and exhaust. But yeah, I think there's a lot of great benefits from this bike. A lot of people want to say it's a girl's bike or whatever, but it's just an everyone's bike. I've watched people when I was doing research who have rode this bike or have built these bikes, who have had plenty of experience and have made them into the most sickest bobbers I've ever seen. Blockhead did a build for season 3, which was his Sportster 48, which came out insane. So I'm just saying that there's people with tons of experience who love Sportsters, and then you have people like me who are beginners and wanting to get into motorcycling or wanting to get a Harley, that it was just a great entry-level bike, but still has so much punch and so much muscle in it that it's such a fun bike. I don't even know what else to say. I'm just really happy with my purchase. So if it's a Harley that you want to get into and you don't want to break your wallet, definitely look into the Iron 883. It's an awesome bike. So man, I don't even know what to say. I feel like I'm being redundant with everything I'm saying, but I love this bike, and I hope to keep you guys in the loop as I upgrade this bike and throw some awesome parts and get into performance and a few more cosmetic things that I want to add to it. And then I'll be excited to show you guys where I end up. But yeah, so if you guys want to follow me on this journey, again, please like the video, subscribe, follow me on IG. All the links are below, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. All right, peace.